Thank you guys for joining me again. I haven't, last time I recorded this, I think I didn't have the radiator fully mounted on. We got it mounted now, so everything's good with the radiator. Also, I kind of threw these wires, these cables, everything under the strut tower because I just thought, you know, it probably looked better. As you guys can see, it doesn't look better, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to make that a little bit cleaner because I don't want this car to look, you know, nasty. I mean, they're already looking nasty. Since last time I recorded, I added the MSD ignition box. It's nothing major, but one of the reasons why I actually did that was because the coil, which was originally over there, I needed to move it up out of the way because I was trying to figure out where I was going to mount the starter solenoid, and I was limited to where exactly I was gonna go mount it. Like I said, I've been trying to see people's ideas on how they were doing stuff on their cars when they went over with the tubular front. The vast majority of the people that were doing this, the cars were complete. They were a complete project. Like, it wasn't, the cars look nice and whatever, but nowhere near where my shit is. So I've been stuck on learning this on my own. But I don't have many ideas on how I'm going to go around these things. I guess one of the major things that I'm going to tackle now in this video is mainly I'm going to focus on cleaning up the engine bay. As far as this side goes, I'm not too mad about it. Like, it's okay. I think like at some point I'm just gonna fucking remove the entire harness and then just fucking literally cut out every single wire that I'm not gonna use, because there's a lot of fucking unplugged wires or terminals or whatever that are not being used. Another big ass problem that I've had ever since was, if you guys remember, I replaced my pulley for the power steering. This pulley is actually a little bit smaller than the original one that was right here, and that kind of threw me off. Like, that threw me off a lot. I've been having such a hard time finding a belt for this. Like, either I found a belt that's way too long or a belt that's way too short. Like, there's just nothing in between there. So if that becomes a bigger problem and I can't find a belt, I'm gonna go out and probably find a correct pulley that goes there, or I might end up going with an underdrive pulley system. I don't know. I mean, but the funds are all there right now at the moment, so we're gonna have to see what's up with that. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tackle this harness right here that it's driving me fucking insane. Like, this is disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. So I've taken off the harness that I had originally fucking thrown behind the strut and away from the tires. Some of these cables are a little short. This one right here, which is my fuel power or fuel pump power, and this right here, this is something that I think I could cut and forget about, because this is for the AC clutch. This is a ground. This, I'm not 100% sure what the fuck is this for. I've been trying to figure out what the hell it's for, but I can't seem to find anything that'll tell me for sure what this is, because this is the biggest bunch that's you know, making everything a mess, because these fusible links are just way too bulky, and I need to figure out what this is to see if I can make it, you know, less bulky. But other than that, I just got this for my headlights. This one would be for this wire, which is a single one that I have routed all the way to the alternator. I might just be throwing everything back over here on the other side, because honestly, like, if it's not gonna be worth my time to, you know, clean this up, there's no reason for me to do it. But as you guys can see, like, oh my god, like, Vegas is crazy. Vegas is always crazy. Like, it's hot one day, it's cold another, or it's windy as shit. So right now I'm gonna have to stop what I'm doing right now, because it's getting a little crazy. So I'm not trying to be around for all this nonsense. I'll come back tomorrow and finish this off. Remember when I was telling you guys about it was gonna get windy? shit. God damn. Look at all this shit. Yeah, half of it was already there, but all right, y'all, we're back another day. That wind yesterday, that shit was something else, man. That shit went crazy. We're gonna continue right where we left off yesterday. So yesterday the wind was so hard that I actually had to ratchet strap this my tarp or the car cover because it was all like blown away. So I don't know if I want to take the whole thing off. Actually, you know what? I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm gonna just leave it like this. More than what I need. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna continue right here. I was talking about these wires and shit that that I didn't know what to do about, and I still kind of don't know what to do about it. But you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna throw these back over here through the outside, you know, not really giving a fuck about what it looks like. The whole reason for me to, you know, throw it under the car or under the strut tower is so it would be a little more clean, because, you know, kind of like this, that looks a tad bit cleaner. But due to, you know, the whole apron being missing, all the fucking cables are gonna have to come back over here, back on the fucking to the outside of the strut tower, and it's making it look like shit again. So I don't know if I really want to, you know, go through the pain of me potentially spraying all these wires with the tire, or, you know, hitting it with the tires and having all the fucking, you know, the wires inside exposed and shit. So that would be another pain in the ass. So I think I'm just gonna throw it. Actually, you know, I'm just gonna do that right now just to see what it's gonna look like. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and did the whole thing. This to me doesn't look any better than the way I had it, but at least this is gonna let me sleep better at night, because now I don't have to worry about the tire fucking making contact with any of the wiring, especially the one that's the battery. That one can fucking burn the whole car up. This looks better. I zip tied it a little bit to make it a little bit prettier, I guess you could say. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm not going for show car here. I still don't know exactly what I want to do with this car. Plan has always been to go drift, but I've been on and off to, you know, turn it into a drag car, and buying a separate Mustang or a separate Fox body so I can turn that one into a full-blown drift car. So I might buy another maybe a hatchback, you know, sometime in the near future, so I can turn that into a full-blown drift car. This one I'm not 100% sure, mainly because it's a notch. And if you know about fucking Fox bodies, you know this is the one that everybody is trying to get. So this one I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I do want to take it. I might take it just, you know, for a couple runs here and there, but I'm not 100% set to making this into a full-blown drift car or any kind of track. But yeah, as far as this goes, I think I'm just gonna leave that shit alone. I would call this done. That's done. This right here, this is the fog lights for the bumper, the one that I used to have. I'm gonna take that shit off. This is the hood release. But I also got this. I already went ahead and opened it up. Something that you always want to do, especially when you're running a fucking battery from the trunk of the car to the from the trunk of the car to the front, there could be an issue with the wiring somewhere where you can fray it somewhere around the fucking body, and then it can ground to the car and possibly burn your whole project, and that's something you don't want to do. I've always had a fuse box in between this, where last time I had it was over here in the front, and realistically I should have had it in the back. I always knew that, but I never did make an attempt to throw it in the back. So I bought this breaker box because this one, if it triggers it, then it'll just fucking shut it off, and you can just come back and switch it back on. So this is the one, well, I had one similar, not this specific one, because the one that I had on the car was broken. But this is one that I was gonna use back here. I was gonna originally throw this one right here in this cable just to have it in between the battery and the body of the car. But I halted. I didn't do that because I needed to install some more of these terminal ends so you can throw them on here and shit, which was another pain in the ass. And it's another reason why I actually got this one, because this specific breaker box right here, you could just cut the cable and then just throw it in there. And I actually did get 2 of these because I do need another one in between the starter solenoid, because if you didn't know, Mustangs, you know, the alternator connects to the starter solenoid, so that's where battery, starter, and everything goes together along with the alternator. So this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one somewhere around here, somewhere around there, you know, nothing too crazy, just to have it, you know, in between. If this goes bad, there's no fucking live current going to all the way to the other side of the engine. Also, if you haven't noticed, I did get this on a 250 amp. You really want to get this in a 200 amp, especially for the alternator. I think 250 is a little much, but the only reason that I got 250 is because they were out of the 200 and they only had 250. So I said, fuck it, I'll just get the 250 amp, and that's exactly what I did. I'm most likely going to get a 200 amp later on and then just throw it in here. This one, I might use this one because I'm gonna throw some beat in the car later on. I'll do the Ghost subwoofer box. If you guys haven't heard of that, I'll show you guys later on. Now the only thing that I have to do is the bottom brackets for the radiator. I'm just gonna weld this shit right quick because I've been procrastinating on this a little too much, and I don't think I should be doing that because well, the only reason I've been doing it is because I knew I was going to take off the fender once again and do this whole electrical or wiring bullshit that I have already done it, and now I am completely set with, and I'm not going to take this fucking fender back off. So I'm going to throw the fender back on. Well, first I'm going to weld that shit, throw the fender back on, throw the bumper back on, and then do the bumper brackets that I'm going to weld right here. So I'm going to get that done right quick. Meanwhile, the sun is still out. All right, y'all, here we go. Mark my words, if I fucking take that goddamn fender back off. Anyways, so pretty much just we're pretty much just out of fucking sunlight, so I guess I have a couple minutes to just get this breaker on, which I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna put the one that's on the alternator. I think I'm just gonna call it a day from there. All right, and as always, remove your terminal. And now I'm just gonna snip it right here, peel it and peel it around here. I'm just gonna throw this bitch in right now. I finished it all off. I got that breaker, mounted it up there, mainly because I cut this wire a little fucking short. I really wanted to put it over here on the side, but I cut a little too short, so I ended up, you know, mounting it up there. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So fuck it, I'm gonna, you know, run with that, and I guess I'll show you guys. Oh, lights are on. Cool. So the lights are on. Lights are on and breaker's off. Now breaker's on. Breaker off. Breaker on. I used to have to you know, unstrap the fucking battery box and, you know, undo the fucking cable or the ground wire so I can shut it all off, but now I could just, you know, shut it off and be done with it. Really didn't record any of this shit because It's dark as hell. You can't see anything out here. Like and it's cold as fuck. I really didn't want to, you know, be holding this camera and fucking worrying about lighting and whatever. So I'm finally done with everything in the front, other than the fucking bumper. Tomorrow I'll do that. I'll throw the fucking bumper on. Oh, I just forgot about this, but the belt, I gotta do something about that damn belt. This shit nest, this fucking rat's nest of fucking wiring, that's gonna stay as is. Everything else, oh yeah, I gotta see what's up about the cold air intake, because this cheap ass fucking Amazon, you know, coupler, it ain't gonna work. I'm probably gonna have to go buy a fucking better coupler just so it can be a little more stiff. But that for now should work. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces.